Hey there, YouTube pokers. What's happening, man? We're sitting out here going through the seasons, and I'm watching them change right in front of me. We're going from fishing season right into hunting season. That's what I love to do. Anybody that knows me knows my passion is hunting. I mean, I like fishing, I ain't going to lie. But, man, hunting, when it comes around, I get to play with the guns and the bow and arrows and the archery, just everything about it. So I'm excited about it. Now, I know there's a ton of hunting videos out there, and you probably think to yourself, you know, why watch this guy? What does he know? I've hunted Florida my whole life. Off of 41, basically Area A. I've hunted wheel buggies, full tracks, half tracks, airboats. Matter of fact, if you're familiar with Taylor Hall airboats, that's my Uncle Franny. He designed that, and I was eventually named after that, my father, and then I took the name. The whole Everglades region is called the Francis S. Taylor area after him. So we got history in the Everglades. So I've been around the block here a few. And anyway, I can answer why you should listen to me. I shot this monster in the woods behind me. That's a 10 point right there. That's a registry buck. Scored a 123 on the registry. So I'm in the books. But anyway, we went out today and set trail cams up. We got Mallory Swamp is what I drew. You know, they got this lottery permit crap I hate, but I think it's a rigged system because we keep putting in for Little River Springs, which is right around, it's 3 miles from our house. Really good hunting. High shooting rate, high percentage rate, black powder only, and we never get it. So I think the good old boy network is in control of that. So, you know, it is what it is. You got to play the games and deal the cards that you get played. So we did draw Mallory Swamp. It's not the greatest area, but it's close to the house. And, you know, the devil you know is better than the devil that you don't know. We know the area. So we went and put some trail cams up, and we're going to go check those after I do this video. So this is just getting started. So anyway, that's what we got for you today. So follow me. We're going to head out there and see what we can get done. All right, here we are at Mallory Swamp. The only reason I'm hunting here this year is because we drew it on our 9-day quota permit. So, and it's 28 miles from the house. So this is going to be our spot to hunt. But to get here, you have to go through Lafayette Forest, which is right here where we're coming in at. And then we access this off of State Road 349. So that's how you got to get into this place. You got to go all the way through Lafayette Forest area, which I tried to apply for and just never had any luck getting that. But I really like the woods in Lafayette Forest. You know, you got scattered cypress, pines, oaks, scrubs. I mean, really good looking woods. Mallory Swamp, when we get in here, you'll see it's a little more like a low-lying land than it's a swamp. I just heard shots. Well, last time I came through here, I heard shots. I think there's a gun range just to the north of here. But anyway, this is what we drew for the 9-day quota hunt. So I put some trail cams up, and we're going to go check them out. So we're going to go see what we can get into, YouTube folks. Let's get at it. Right side here. Yeah, you can see that's what's getting us. A lot of hogs here. A lot of hogs. In the backyard. I'm looking at hogs in this room. We're heading into our spot here. Somebody's going to be sighting in. We're going to the right. He's shooting into that hill there, I can see. But to get back to this spot, we got to go to a creek. Last time I was in here, there was some rocks here. Remember that moccasin that was sitting up under it? Yep. All right, let's get to the right before this guy starts sighting in that rifle. This is a good swamp up in here. As you can see, I picked a dry island that's got oaks all around it. And in the center, and it's deep, thick cypress swamp. Really a good spot to be. Because if you look out here, we got some nice prints coming in right there. Coming in here is mostly swamp, so when you see a swampy area like that, you look for dry islands, because that's where they're going to bed down. That's a good spot to put a tree stand. So anyway, I put a camera back here just to check the activity, to see if this is a place I want to be. I'm going to find out. You might hear that guy shoot. I told him we're going pretty far to the right. I hated to, he had the whole road blocked off, using his back of his truck as a bench rest, shooting 100 yards. So you might hear a boom boom once or twice. But we're pretty good far off to the right, and as I showed you coming in, he's got a good mound to shoot into. So I'm not concerned. I brought the Loxahatchee Queens with me. They're slower than a third Tuesday, that's for sure. Yeah, look at this beautiful area. I don't know, man, I'm a Zone 8 hunter. I was born and raised in South Florida. And everywhere I hunted, if you didn't get your feet wet, you weren't hunting. So I come all the way up here to North Florida. First thing I wanted to do was hunt dry. And I got a 10 point. It scores a 123 in the registry on the wall, which you can see in my reel that I show for the first one that I did. But I always resort back to my Zone A ways. Head for the water. Guess I'm just a swamp hunter. But as you can see, this transforms into everything. Got open little palmetto flats. Got the female species wandering around here and there. And then to the left, we got the Berlin Wall, you know. First time me and my wife put a tree stand up here. We've seen bobcats. I've seen a spiked buck. We've seen 10 deer all together. So I thought, well, you know, for a management area, this place don't suck. But again, the only reason I'm in here is because we drew it for the 9-day quota. Wasn't our first pick, but we never seem to get our first pick. I'm not really sure how that system works. I think it's run by the good old boys, and they all pick and choose right off the top, and they leave the rest for us peons. But it is what it is. It's the only system we got. Only seen those set of prints coming in. Expected to see more coming down this. It's like an ATV trail. Glad somebody put it here because it makes it easier to slip in and out of here at night. But then again, it's, you know, pretty easy. Open field runs into head. Now is where I put that camera at. As you can see, those woods funnel into this corner. This trail comes around here and all funnels through an opening up in here that enters into the cypress. So I think it was a good spot to put a camera. We'll see if I thought right. Well, the camera's still there. They didn't steal that, so. All right, I'm gonna shut it off and see what we got here. All right, so we came up here and I didn't see too much on the trail cam, but we walked into this head, which I had it set up in front of, and as you can see, these are gorgeous woods. This is all oak, and this is a rainy time of the year and it's not super wet in here. So when you come into September, October, and November, it's going to dry up in here. But anyway, we found these nice buck prints coming in here. You can see him. He walked right there, through there, and then it picks up down yonder. I think one of those girls broke wind or something. See that game trail that goes up through there? Comes in around the corner there, and it crosses the road here. You see where the game trail picks up here and whips up through there. So my tree stand is going to be in this vicinity. But anyway, you can see here, we picked up more buck prints. He's walking through in here. I mean, I like to see more sign than this, but we know there's a buck in here. So anyway, we're going to set up the trail cam right around where this game trail crosses this road. And this is a good, you see me walking in, it's a pretty good walk to the back in here. When I come here, last hunting season or two, we haven't seen a soul back here. Nobody wants to put the time in to walk. But us Zone 8 hunters learn, you know, to get to a dry island, you got to walk through half a mile of swamp just to get to where the deer beds are. So I use that same tactic up here and it works. All right, well, you see what I see. We're going to set this camera up and get back on it. All right, I got that trail cam set up here. And hopefully nobody will mess with it. I mean, we lose one every year or two here and there, but they ain't super expensive, but people suck. But I mean, look at this game trail. Whatever crosses and walks up this game trail here, which I mean, this is just as sick as they come. That's just beautiful, and it's going right back up into that swamp. So from one swamp to the next. And I believe it's drier on this side, so I can see them bedding down in this area. All back up in there. I mean, this is after the wettest rain season we've had, and it's only this wet, so this place is pretty dry. If I'm a big buck, I'm on the back of this. This is a pretty good walk to get back here. So, all right, well, we're going to let that do its job. We still got a couple weeks before hunting season, so I see a red stripe on that tree, but I ain't never seen anybody else back in here, so it had been there from quite a while back. All right, let's walk up on out of here. All right, folks, stay tuned. I'll show you what we find. What y'all say, you're on film. Hey, if you're gonna have a hunting crew, at least you gotta have a good-looking hunting crew the way I see it.
You go forward.
These pretty flowers out here.
Edit.
Yeah, but as you can see, we haven't seen sign of individual anywhere. These trails you see here, they have the one thing I don't like about Mallory, but I like and I don't like, is you're allowed to run four-wheeler and side-by-sides in here on the off-season. So they come back and make these trails, which makes it kind of easy for us hunters. And then shut them down. Look like a doe walked right there. So anyway, we went out there and got the trail cams put in and everything set up. So we're excited. We're going to have to wait about a week or so. I'll go back out there and I'll pull the camera card chip, and I got my little reader. I got a wild game reader, and we'll check it out. But I got into hunting through my father. You know, I should have mentioned that right off the bat. When I was a kid, he used to go out all the time until I finally got to about, I don't know, I think it was 10 or 11. He started taking me out. And the one year that I didn't go, when I joined up for football, I think it was the 95-pound football team, he shot a 9-point because hunting season runs with football season. So I played 2 more years after that, and I gave up football just so I could hunt. So he got a nice 9-point, and I wasn't there for that. But I won most improved trophy on the team that year, so I had my trophy. And actually, when I get a chance, I'll find a picture. But I'm holding my trophy, and he's holding his, and it was pretty cool. So anyway, my dad got me in there, and he's the kind of guy that he didn't give everything to me. He basically gave me opportunity. He says, boy, I'm going to show you how to hunt. You want stuff to hunt with, you get a job, and you can buy some guns. You want a boat, you get out and get a job, you can have a boat. So he basically planted the ideas in my head and gave me opportunity, steered me in the right direction, and in the end, I ended up with boats and guns and cars and trucks and four-wheelers and side-by-sides and buggies, and I owe all that to my father, so he gave me the opportunity. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I've got plenty more to come, so stay tuned and follow us.